Moments ago, Carmen, Ohio being piped in here inside the Horseshoe. No band. Another Buckeye victory. As we welcome you back inside the Horseshoe, Rob Stone, Matt Leinart, Coach Urban Meyer, Brady Quinn, and Reggie Bush here with you. So, Coach, you and I were talking a couple seconds ago. There's a little scoreboard right up there that you would always stare at late stages of a game, and it told you what, and then what did it tell you about this team today?
You know, ironically, I asked to have it there because on a sideline during the course of the game, I just would always stare and see that we want balance. The perfect game, no penalties, no turnovers, and 250, 250. At the end of the day, you saw 500, and we would actually call the game because, especially early in the year, when teams try to defend you, when you see 250, 250, you want balance. So spread offense, leverage, numbers, balance. And I know it wasn't perfect. Pretty darn close, though.
Was it the balance you want? 222 rushing, 276 passing.
Yeah, I think as long as it's in that 250 range, you don't want to be known as a one-dimensional team. I don't think you can win nowadays. You're seeing air raid, et cetera, and you'll see some big upsets. The better the competition gets, you better be balanced.
You also don't necessarily be known as a one-dimensional quarterback nowadays in college football. You know, Justin Fields displayed some of that dual threat ability that he has. It really started off, though, in the air and his passing. He was on point all game long, 20 for 21, only one incompletion. There's the Mills concept, Coach, you talked about for a touchdown. But the entire game, he was on point, in rhythm. Every ball was an accurate catchable ball with the exception of one. So quite the performance through the air. Yep. And I talked about that dual threat ability. He led the team in rushing, Matt. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for Ohio State right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great thing. Clearly, Justin Fields is a great athlete. He's going to have yards and make plays with his legs. But for me, a win is a win. But I wanted to see a little bit more in the run game with Trey Sermon and Master Teague because we know how important the run game was with J.K. Dobbins last year. Really, they just didn't get it going early in this football game. You got to give credit to Nebraska up front. And the offensive line had their issues. But, Coach, you talked about at the end of the day, the stat sheet says 222 yards. They average over 4 yards per carry. I just think you don't want to look at the stat sheet and see, hey, Justin Fields is my leading ball carrier. You know, that's something that they have to move forward, watch the film, because they got a big one next week with a really good front seven in Penn State.
100%. They got to get better at rushing the football. When I look at Nebraska and I look at this offense, it's just lacked creativity today. Towards the end of the first half, where they had a shot to try to go down and make it a closer game, it was 24-14. That's where we needed to see the ball pushed down the field. Yeah. You're not going to beat anybody trying to run the football for 4 quarters.
You know, one thing, I heard Joe Klatt say this. I hope the Big Ten relooks at that penalty on the targeting.
Yes.
That was a bang-bang play. We all agree you shouldn't hit head-to-head. That player should not lose next week's game. He should not do that.
Not at all.
Buckeyes cruise control, 52-17 victory. Bigger things next Saturday night.
Start your Saturday strong at 10 Eastern with a legendary college football lineup on the Big Noon Kickoff Show. Big Noon Kickoff on Fox.